Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Lorenzo Gamer, and I'm here with
The
Chad.
fuck are you talking about? The hell is this? My line.
No, this is my show now.
Why?
Because I was a hostage last show. I barely did anything last show, so fuck it. I am the host now. This is my show. This is my YouTube channel.
I'll give you this episode, but the YouTube channel's still mine.
Yeah, fine. Fuck it. What are we doing today?
You're the host. What do you know?
I don't know. We're in a room of whites. We're in heaven right now.
Okay, well, to be honest, that question was a low question because you wouldn't have known. We're in Apollo Square. We're gonna get that one formula to help us to stop changing our fucking plasmids like a jackass.
Ah, okay.
And then we're gonna go off and kill Ryan. I mean, fuck. Fontaine.
We have already taken,
We already killed Ryan, I know, but I kind of wanted to do it personally.
We took him to 9 holes of golf.
Yeah, upside his head. Upside his head.
Gave him the Tiger Woods treatment.
You know, I didn't know who that was for the, for a long time, I didn't know who the hell that was, but I would see video games on him, I was like, oh, interesting. Who the fuck is this guy? And then I figured out it's a golf thing. Yes, I'm stupid. Look, you can tell me a list of celebrity names. Go ahead, go on. Tell me a list of celebrity names, and I'll tell you if I know them or not.
Michael Jordan?
Okay, that one's, like, I do know, so.
Okay. Paul Revere?
That's a historical figure.
That's technically a celebrity. Britney Spears.
Fuck, okay, I know that one too, but shit, I'm not painting a good picture here. I expected to see
I am bad at saying celebrities' names. Guess 3 right in a row. Paris Hilton.
Is she really a celebrity? Because
she's famous for being famous.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say she's famous for being something, but it wasn't gonna be for famous. But that's a low blow, and I want to dignify myself on saying it out loud.
Don't worry, I have the no dignity that you. What am I? What am I saying?
You're confirming you have no dignity. Thank you.
Okay. This guy's getting some
He's getting shock therapy.
I was gonna say massage, but okay, that too.
It's shock therapy. He needs to cool down a bit. So tense.
So stressed out.
That's the price of having a kid that's not really yours, and I'm here to relieve you of your duties because I'm trying to say fuck you. Get over here. I'm trying to help your kid. There.
He was standing.
Shush. It's okay. You could walk into the light. It's not gonna kill you this one time. Don't do that ever again, though.
He stood dead for like 10 seconds.
Well, he was an elite. He was an elite Rosie. That's the top of the line, Rosies. Okay, kid's running. That's good. I'm glad that this game doesn't implement like an escort mission where you have to take him to the vent, because if it did, I think I might lose my mind.
If it did, this game would never have gotten 2 sequels.
The sequels were pretty damn good though. Like, I can't wait to the next one. The next one, I'd say, is probably my favorite.
Ah, yeah, that's the one where we're big daddies.
Oh yeah. You could really feel the power behind every fucking weapon you use. The splicers have no fucking chance. Don't change on me now. What did you give me?
Oh right, I remember this.
Fuck this one. Are you kidding me?
All right, there. That's your whole gimmick now, is that you have no control over your powers.
No, I don't. And it gave me fucking security bullseye. Hate it. Well, hate might be a strong word. I dislike it, but, fuck, I hate it. I'm not explaining why I hate it. Like, I've said it enough times that everyone gets the general idea of my disdain for it. And yeah, maybe it's my issue, but fuck it, I don't care. Also, this lady got the short end of the stick. Like, the shortest stick possible. Like, I kind of felt bad for her.
She don't even have a stick. She got a twig. Which you might have gotten out of your pants.
Fuck off. Okay, host. What do you plan to do since you're the host for the day? Because we've been going back and forth, and...
Well, thanks to your recent videos, I've been kind of on a Kingdom Hearts fix.
Ah, yes.
So, I was kind of thinking, if you'd like to, why don't we rank the worlds?
rank the word
Like on a scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10.
Specifically,
Okay.
specifically this like how it feels story wise. You know,
Oh.
like story wise, how the characters feel, like that kind of stuff.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I get you.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna include Traverse Town, or are we just including
no, that's
Disney?
kind of a hub world because that's kind of its own original thing.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
specifically Disney. Wow, that one just shafted you.
I think you mean Final Fantasy because there's Final Fantasy and Disney characters because you have Hugh, Dewey, and Louie, but you also have a bunch of Final Fantasy characters, but they really don't share much of their game story, if that makes sense. So,
Right.
yeah, okay.
Now, granted, I do love Traverse Town because the music in that world is so calming. Like, I could probably put that thing on and like take a nap.
I like it because it feels like it's like at home.
Uh-huh.
So, first world will probably be Wonderland, correct?
All right. Let's see. I would give that world a probably a 3 out of 10. I know it's like an early world. But it didn't really impress me too much. We only got like a few characters. Like there was only like a cameo from the Tea Party crew. The Cheshire Cat doesn't even have like a voice. It's just like the little box things. And it didn't feel as weird as it should have been for Wonderland.
Okay, I get that. I would say that. So, if I were to give it a ranking, I would have to say maybe a 5 out of 10. I do agree with you. Like, there's not that many characters from the Alice in Wonderland, animated movie. It's just I do like how the interaction between Alice and Sora goes because at the start of it, if you recall, Donald and Goofy were like saying, "Hey, you can't mess with the world order." But Sora saw that this girl was like gonna get executed for bullshit reasons and stepped up, and I think that's like the perfect time where he started becoming a hero.
Right.
So to me, that's like the first step in actually being a hero, is like being the good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I did like fighting the Queen of Hearts and her cards. Granted, I kind of wish you could fight her a little more because as a kid, I never liked her.
Ah.
But you could at least, throw magic at her a bit and smack her upside the head. I do agree with you on the whole Cheshire Cat thing. I really did wish they gave him a voice because it'd be nice to hear that that cryptid messaging with that voice. It's just like almost perfect. To be honest, I know we're not supposed to be talking about the sequels or anything because, well, technically Kingdom Hearts doesn't have a sequel for Alice in Wonderland, but if they do bring it back, I hope that Cheshire Cat does get a voice.
That would be interesting.
So next is either the Olympus Coliseum or Deep Jungle. Which one do you want to do?
Let's go with Deep Jungle. I like Deep Jungle a lot, actually. To be honest, it's mostly because of Tarzan, because he's like one of the first like party members you get, and I think he's just kind of like
He's a bro.
He's a bro, yeah.
Like
just a really good guy. He doesn't know Sora, but he saves him from Sabor. He's he just helps him out, trying to find his thing.
You mean his friends?
Well, yeah, that too.
I like how he vouched for Sora after barely knowing him. Like, he could sense that he's a good person. It's like, yeah, you're cool, I'll help you.
Uh-huh.
And I also like how you could slide in that world. You know the jungle slider?
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun mini game. What else? Accuracy to the movie, I'd say it's pretty point on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it has some important bits. You have Clayton being a dick trying to kill the gorillas. It does change how I don't think the Kerchak, I don't think he survived in the movie, so him surviving was more like, yeah, happy ending for, kids, but I did like how it was implemented.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Because, it also showed him, throwing Sora, so, more or less
Yeetus and Deletus.
Earned his trust that way.
Remember, people, if a gorilla likes to throw you, you're good. So, ranking-wise, did we give a ranking, or did we just start talking?
Let's see. For Deep Jungle, we have not given a ranking yet. Mine would probably be a 7 out of 10.
I'd say 7 out of 10. That too. I mean, if I were to minus points off of anything, a couple characters that didn't pop, like, honestly, okay, Jane's father, if he was there, I wouldn't bat an eye. If he was there, okay, cool, but honestly, I just like, you get what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Not something I'm gonna cry about, but I was kind of disappointed that the elephant dude was not there.
Right.
Like, in the movie, he's pretty cool, but then again, I guess at the time, like, it wouldn't have been a character that could talk as animal.
Right.
So I guess they couldn't put him in. So I think that just covers like Deep Chunk. So Olympus Coliseum.
Oh, actually, one other thing, because
Oh, go ahead.
you wanna also talk about like the bosses for the worlds, or
Oh, the bosses.
because I know we talked about fighting
Okay,
the Queen of
yeah,
Hearts.
I did.
I
guess
I like the theming for Alice in Wonderland's first, main boss. It's a
a giant. It was like a giant heartless that looked like a deck of cards, and it had that gimmick with its being like gigantic. Well, you're really small. I did like that. For Deep Jungle,
Clayton.
fuck Clayton. I know you're referencing the level 1 playthrough, but fuck Clayton.
Listen, that guy kicked my ass in my normal. Granted, I've only ever done normal playthroughs, but he's always like kicked my ass.
I like the fights with Sabor. I thought it would put a unique like spin on the enemies you can encounter. Like this isn't a bad guy. This is just a predator attacking you.
This is a wild animal.
So to have new threats into the world, that I think that's pretty clever. For Clayton, what are you giving me that laugh for?
The nightmare you experienced.
I killed him. It doesn't matter. I like how he dies. I can't say that without it sounding sadistic. I like how that dies. Like, remember the scene. You beat him. He raises his gun to shoot a kid, a duck, a dog, and, a man. And right before he does so, the Heartless that he basically summoned to the world falls on him and collapses. In a sense, his own darkness killed him.
Yeah, and it was mentioned by the villains afterwards, like, his heart cannot handle the Heartless.
In other words, he's too much of a bitch to be in our group.
You got freaking Oogie Boogie there, whose main thing is that he's a sack of potatoes or
He's
bugs.
a sack of bugs. He's a sack of shit.
He's a
Fuck Oogie Boogie.
literal sack of shit. Better, like, companion than freaking Clayton.
I think that guy's dead.
Huh?
I think that guy's dead. I don't think I needed to shoot him. Whoops. Sorry. I thought you were faking. Well, if you were, you're not faking now. So Olympus Coliseum next?
Yeah, that was an interesting world because it's so different from everything else. Because it's like confined to one space. There aren't like a lot of people around. It's I don't know. I like the gimmick for it.
For me, it's 10 out of 10. To be honest, I like how you could have a lot of fights. I do like that it introduces some of the Final Fantasy characters. Well, Cloud. You also get to fight Sephiroth too, but fun. But I also like how you can fight her. Like, just the interaction between you, Hercules, and Phil. That made me like the world so much. Granted, I will state that you can't explore it that much because you only have like 3 places: the entrance, the inside of the whatever you call it, and then the Coliseum arena.
Yeah.
So technically, it doesn't have many places where you could explore. However, think about it this way: every Kingdom Hearts game has had the Olympus Coliseum in it, in some way or form. So it has to be a pretty good level, world, whatever the hell you want to call it, if it made it in every fucking game.
Right. I can agree with you. I think I was initially going to give it like a 4 out of 10, but I think I could improve it to like an 8 out of 10. Or
Whoa, that's a big improvement.
Well, you make a lot of good points about it.
I mean, okay, semi-good points.
But yeah, I like.
The only thing is, we're talking about Kingdom Hearts 1
right.
world. We can't bring up any things from
I think a part of why it's not like perfect for me is because like the way it
gets improved in the sequels.
Yeah,
I get you.
Right.
So, yeah, just for it being a stepping stone for me would make it 10 out of 10. What world's next? We have Agrabah, Monstro, Atlantica, Halloween Town, and Neverland.
You want to get the good stuff in Agrabah out of the way?
I like how it's pretty close to the movie. I like how Jasmine and Aladdin were. I love the genie in that game. Oh wait, we gotta be quiet for this. Just trust me, okay?
Okay.
Clinical trial protector system, plasmid lot 255. Dr. Suchong, client Ryan Industries. modify the genetic sequence. Shush! Sure. The sequence to allow for. Get away, you filthy little shit! What? What are you doing? Get back! Get back!
That's right, bitch. You got what you deserve.
Could
Fuck
not,
you.
Could not have happened to a better guy.
Yeah, fuck him. If I had bullets to spare, I waste more. I probably shouldn't have done that.
Can we talk about how...
He left the fucking drill in his back.
Yeah,
Deserve.
that...
Also, that's for you making me break my dog's neck, you bitch. I'm upset about it.
Imagine being so mad at someone that you break the thing that you kill them with.
Well, it's detachable, so he could just get a new one. On the bright side, if you think about it, this went well for the development of Big Daddies and Little Sisters, so he died for his work.
Yeah.
Now, what was I talking about beforehand?
Agrippa?
Agrippa, okay,
you
so
like the genie?
Genie, Jasmine, Alana, they were well. I mean, of course, the carpet too is cool.
Yeah.
I like the exploration of the world. I give it a 7 out of 10. You want to know what brings it down?
I'll take 3 points off.
Jafar. This bitch. Okay, first off, this motherfucker drops the ball on Maleficent's plan. Granted, yeah, I know he was trying to kill us, but he had no contingency plan. He just thinks he was gonna kill us and then be done with it, but no. You know how easy his boss fight is? You wanna know how fucking easy his boss fight is? I did that shit on level 1 first try, and I was shocked. I was like, oh wow, this one's gonna give me an issue, because I know Jafar's a bitch, and I know Giant Genie Jafar's an even bigger bitch, but no. I was disappointed, and that's why it hurts so much. It's because he was one of my favorite Disney villains. I expected a decent boss fight from him. And you know what? I know we're talking about Kingdom Hearts 1 levels, but in Kingdom Hearts 2, when he gets brought back, the fight sucks even worse. I don't care what you say, the Jafar fights suck.
You glad you got all that out?
No. I want to curse more, but I'm kind of reserving myself for other shit.
There's nothing I could say that
To add to it.
Pretty much nail all of it.
What are your thoughts on the Jafar fight? And if you say that he's a bitch, fuck you. That's my word. That's my wording.
I mean, I kind of like. I kind of like how it's established that Jafar is powerful as a genie because you have to focus on Iago. I like that aspect of it because it more or less kind of sells him. It should sell him as like this very powerful threat. The thing is that he's lazy and doesn't do jack shit.
Unless you're level 1 and he tries to hit you.
Right.
Granted, I get what you mean. That's just a reference to my God Run thing when I was literally trying to square up with him, but he had nothing to do with it. I was throwing hands with him personally, and he was like, "No, you're cool." But when I focused on the bird, that's when he throws hands. I guess that makes sense because Iago's kind of like his only friend or pet. So yeah, that makes sense. If someone tried to attack my dog, yeah, hell yeah, I throw hands with them.
But other than that, I actually like the Cave of Wonders fight.
Yeah, the Cave of Wonders
like,
fight
if
was...
nothing else, because it is like a unique boss fight. Because like, I don't know, it's like
it's not a monster. It's not a person actively trying to kill you. It's something that got corrupted, and you're just releasing
like
it.
Well, besides the corruption, but it's just like you're fighting a thing in the world, you know?
Yeah. So let's see. We have Neverland. We have Halloween Town, Atlantica, and Monstro.
Monstro sounds like appropriate canon-wise.
We're just going in order, are we?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, so personally, Monstro, I'd say it's a 5 out of 10 for me. Mainly because I get lost in it. And it always makes me feel like a dumbass.
I see.
Other than that, I don't really like. Okay, say you took away Geppetto and Pinocchio, like you don't really need them to be in Monstro. So them being like, if we're going with story relations, like they're not really needed. I'm not saying I don't want them out. I'm just saying like they're not like part of the world as much. If that makes sense.
Right. Okay, this might be a bit cheating on my part, but I just want to bring it up as a comparison because I don't know if I still have it, but I do have like some Kingdom Hearts like original game manga, and I think they actually handled Monstro very well.
I've never read the manga. Holy shit! I keep forgetting that it has a goddamn manga.
I think one of the things I like is like, okay, so in the game when going all over the place. So Riku's in that level, and I think it does a great job in establishing his like start of darkness, you know, because at first he's just kind of like trolling Sora, but then as the level goes along, he gets like a bit more aggressive. You know, he just flat out kidnaps Pinocchio. Like in the original game, he just like has a thing with Jafar, and then Sora's like, "Hey, where's Kairi?" And he's like, "What do you care?"
Being an edgelord, basically.
Yeah, and then it just kind of goes awkwardly silent for the rest of the time. What I liked in the manga was Geppetto's. After that, Sora's, Geppetto's all worried about it, and Sora's like, "I'll get him back," and then Geppetto's like, "Pinocchio's my light," and he's all like depressed and stuff. I like that a lot because it just established how much like he cared about his son, because like that's the whole point of Pinocchio, was that even though Pinocchio's a wooden boy,
Geppetto sees him as his own son. Yeah, I get that.
I think that kind of slants my view just a little tiny bit, but objectively speaking, yeah, they don't really do much. Though I think it's intentional in that case because the focus is on Sora and Riku more than anything else. And Pinocchio is kind of like more or less an analog for Kairi and all that stuff. And I like the location. Like, I know it's easy to get lost and confusing, but I don't know. Like, how many video games do you be in a whale?
Point taken. Point taken. Okay, I'll give you that. Point taken. I can't think of many games that I've been in a well. So, it does. Good point.
Yeah, actually, now I think about it,
I did like the Heartless though. The Heartless felt unique.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like it wasn't just a random Heartless. It felt like it was a Heartless made from a parasite that Monstro picked up.
That works.
I mean, it's called Parasite Cage. It's in the fucking name. That is the name of the Heartless, right?
Something like that.
Something like that.
I probably would have given that Heartless a move where it actually, like, grabs one of you and actually keeps you in shape. Kind of like what happened in Alice in Wonderland. If you pick the wrong evidence, it kind of
I get what you mean. Yeah.
If it took party members away from you.
Oh, that would have made it. But gotta remember, 2007, not.
Right.
Or was it 2000? Was it 2007 or was it 2000?
I don't think it was 2000. I think 2007.
2001, maybe?
No, it's not that old.
I want to look this up, but I'll look it up later. We'll confirm or deny it later.
Yeah, you can just do one of those editing things where it's just like, it came out,
Yeah, gotcha. So next would be Atlantica, I guess?
I love Atlantica.
I have to say...
I adore Atlantica.
I love the underwater setting. I love, like, every character feels like they're on, like, point. The boss fights are fun. The only thing that I didn't care for was the lack of guarding. And to be honest, even then, I wouldn't knock off points for that. I'd say it'd be maybe... I don't want to say... Actually, fuck it. I'll give this a 10 out of 10, mainly because of how it does with the story, how it goes with the characters.
I love how... how do I put this?
You love the dynamic between the characters are?
Yeah, something like that. It's just like a new thought that appeared in my head. I love how it's established that King Triton knows that you're from outside.
Right, yeah.
Because it shows that there are people who kind of understand how this stuff works, And then there's that moment where he's like, "You don't know your dorsal fin from your thing," and he's just like dressing down Sora. And then he leaves, and Sora has that moment where he looks at the Keyblade, and it's like, oh my god, like, what am I doing?
I always took that as him wondering if he's gonna end up bringing more chaos than he is gonna be, the Peacekeeper. And it's like, that makes you think, am I really doing anything that prevents the world from falling? Because technically, I am breaking the rules of keeping the world order, But at the same time, like, if you don't go there, it's like the Heartless would take over, so it's a lose-lose situation. But I know this is again going into the sequel, and I know you mentioned this once, but you made a good point. In Kingdom Hearts 2, when it's peaceful, I think about the reason you gave me why you like it is because it shows that you actually done something where you actually saved the world. And when you said that, fuck, I died. It put in perspective that, yeah, I didn't like how the world played out, but I do like the thought that, hey, maybe that what we've done in the previous game actually had a great impact on the worlds. So, yeah,
And you mentioned, like, character interactions before. Controversial opinion of the day, I think Sora and Ariel have better chemistry than Sora and Kairi do. Not necessarily romantically or anything, but...
friendship-wise, right?
Yeah. Like, they just play off each other very well. Like, Sora's like a great big brother, and...
Big brother? I thought he'd be the, younger brother.
He's some kind of brother. Like, he's a bro. Because, there's that whole... Again, we're going sequel-wise.
To the sequel, right.
Like, that might be my favorite scene in Kingdom Hearts, is him just being so pissed off at Ursula, like, stealing her boy, that he just shoots her.
He just fucking takes out the Keyblade, says, fuck this bitch, and shoots her with a beam of light. You know what my favorite scene besides that is?
What?
Is, okay, so in Kingdom Hearts 3, I know we're going to the sequels, but in Kingdom Hearts 3, spoiler alert if you haven't played it, the Pirates of the Caribbean level, Caribbean,
yeah.
when fucking Will gets, like, stabbed by
Oh,
Davy
I know
Jones,
what you're talking
he
about!
screams, jumps on his head, and doesn't whip out his Keyblade. No, he's going hand to hand with, Davy Jones. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, you pissed him off so much that he wants to kill you with his own fucking hands. Like, can you imagine pissing off somebody that much?
It's like, I have this weapon that can literally destroy, like, giant, like, creatures, but I'm gonna throw it away because I just want to beat the shit out of you.
I'll destroy you with my own hands. Fuck you. But, yeah, sorry, you reminded me of that, bringing that up, that reminded me of that scene.
I think I love those scenes the same reason you love him standing up for Alice in the very first level. Because it just shows
that they care about their friends.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, that stuff makes me happy when you're so mad for someone else getting hurt that you're willing to just kind of like, rah, you know? Like, is it weird to think that, like, rage for someone else is heartwarming?
No, that's fine, because it shows that you're not being an asshole, you're just caring for the people you love.
Yeah.
So now we have...
But yeah, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, okay. So now we have Halloween...
The only slight thing is the grotto fight with Ursula is a bit confusing with the whole magic gimmick.
I don't know what the fuck to do. I just know to cast random magic.
Yeah. But that just feels like a nitpick, honestly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, we have been nitpicking here and there, but yeah, fuck it.
10 out of 10.
So, next will be Halloween Town, and then Neverland. I assume we're going to Halloween Town next.
Yeah, let's go with Halloween Town. I love Halloween Town. I just love the whole aesthetic it has. I love Jack, he's very charming. I like the little bit where Sally's there. I like the way it starts where you see Heartless, but they're not, like, actually fighting you. I would give it an 8 out of 10 only because, like, the final boss fight with Oogie Boogie
kind of sucked.
Yeah, where he's just
a giant fucking house for some fucking reason.
Yeah, that one kind of sucked.
It's cool. It looks cool, but fight wise, it's kind of just have to destroy the blobs on you and then I win.
Yeah. You don't even fight him, you just fight blobs.
That you actually, technically, he does spit out fire at you and some sort of dark shit, and then he summons, like, I guess he got his gargoyles, because, he was pissed off that he couldn't summon a bunch of Heartless, but now he has it. If I... Okay.
He had an aneurysm over you fighting his torch.
So, oh, wait. It's just simple. I like the characters.
Yeah.
I mean, if I have to... It kind of feels like a small world. Kinda. Like, I feel like the exploration could have been, like, a little better, but the sequels, they kind of fix that problem.
Right.
Or sequel, because, I don't know, it was in Chain of Memories. I
do want to say that, that freaking lock, shock, and barrel fight whooped my ass so much when I was younger.
It did the same for me too. Like I got my ass kicked from that. Like, it was embarrassing. Like I'm here fighting giant ass Heartless, the major Disney villains, and then all of a sudden I'm getting beat up by a bunch of like preschoolers.
They're tricky little devils. They're tricky little devils.
I just like. I really wish I could say on record that the first time fighting them, it ended pretty well, but they beat my ass badly. So, is that all we have for Halloween Town? Because I think we just need to give it its ranking. I say, look, if I give it 10 out of 10, I'd be lying. So I'll give it like an 8 out of 10, mainly because of the exploration reason.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 sounds fine. The final boss is just like... Yeah.
Also, like, once you defeat the final boss, the Manor Ruins, it just feels like a big empty space. I mean, granted, you could use it for, like, gliding, but other than that, it's, like, just empty space.
Yeah. At least it's not like how it was in the original, because there was a Trinity mark that if you didn't get it before you beat the boss, it's just gone.
They patched it too, so good news for anybody playing on the PlayStation 4 version. They did change the location though. See, originally the Trinity mark was on in the building.
Yeah.
Now it's on the bottom near the gate. Weirdly enough.
Right.
So yeah. I guess the last one will be Neverland.
Yeah, Neverland.
I'm gonna tell you right now that the only thing I could find against this world would be that it's too short. It feels too short. However, everything else, the bosses, the characters, I say it's a pretty good world. I like not Jafar. I like
Captain Hook.
Captain Hook, yes. Now, Captain Hook, he was never really my favorite Disney villain.
Right.
But in Kingdom Hearts, I have to give him some credit. Not only did... Okay, so he might have told us where to go next, Hall of Bastion, right?
Right.
But he had a contingency plan. He knew that if you tried to go anywhere, he had the perfect leverage. And he pulls out Tinkerbell and he's like, you're not leaving unless you want her to die, basically. I thought, wow!
He had a brain.
You actually used your... brain. Good, congratulations. I wish more Disney villains would have used that type of leverage, because they know you're the hero. They know you care about your friends. They never really use that against you. But he did, and I'm like, damn. That's actually impressive.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it's because of that, it's why I gave it such a high list. I also like that, okay, so at this point, we know the 7 Princesses of Heart, so when we get to Neverland, we're thinking, okay, Wendy's one of the Princesses of Heart, only for it to be like a red herring, and so like, no, she's not one of them. And then that's where it shows where Riku's turning more darker as he wants to leave behind the dead weight. My thoughts was that he was just gonna leave her in the middle of the sea. Anybody else, like, where are you leaving the quote-unquote dead weight, including her? Because the only place around is like the ocean. That's kind of dark. Like, he's leaving her to die in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that is the point where Riku is like on the path of villainy. I mean, it starts in Monstro, but then it gets
confirmed in that world.
Yeah, that world also has quite possibly the best line in the entire franchise.
Which one is that one? Oh, right.
You're stupid!
just how his voice squeaks got me chuckling. The Heartless obey me now, Sora.
You're stupid!
The Shadow Heartless was also like the final version of that fucker. Was scary.
Yeah.
That scared the hell out of me as a kid. Like, damn, that's horrifying.
I adore the Captain Hook boss fight too. I loved everything about that, from the opening cutscene where like Peter Pan is copying Smee. Peter Pan's great in that world too.
Oh yeah, he is pretty good.
All the little things, like how he pointed at him when he said he was going to lock the plank. I loved all the like lines that Captain Hook has, whether it's him saying that he's not gonna get his hand bitten off.
You'll not take me other hand. I actually like how he had more like cartoony physics. Because he's a Disney, but like he's a cartoon.
Yeah.
It's also I think it's pretty much reminiscent of the actual movie, how he was kind of like that too. So you know, I like the little details with that.
I like the. I know it's harmful, but I like the detail where if you hit him with fire, he will literally just beat the shit out of you from running around.
Yeah, I learned the hard way that you probably shouldn't, but oh well.
I would say that.
Okay, this might be a small detail, but I like that if you go to the clock in Neverland, I like that if you go in every hour, you get a little item from it, and I have no idea if it's meant to do anything or if it's just for giving you free shit, but I like how they put it in, like it's a little Easter egg or a little secret that you can find. Also, the little lights that pop up on the actual clock, I don't know, I just think it's neat.
Yeah, I would actually. I know the short length kind of is a bit of a rough thing, but honestly, I think Neverland would actually be a 9 out of 10 for me.
Did I give it a ranking, or did I just say that? Because to
I don't
me,
think you gave it an official ranking yet.
I don't know. Do you ever get a little just like I don't know the word, but you give a lot of things like high rankings and it's like.
And then it kind of feels like
It doesn't really matter.
I mean, I do that all the time. I'm doing that this year with some shows I'm watching.
Okay,
I think
right.
for me personally, it's just like as long as I enjoy it, then like who cares what the score is,
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. I say, you know what? Fuck it, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. The length is like the only thing that pops it off, really.
Actually, I think there's one other world we can discuss.
Which one? Oh, 100 Acre Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 10 out of 10. Fuck everything. The characters are like on point with the characters. Yes, this is as accurate as to the actual plot because you could go to one of the pages and say, yeah, I remember watching this as a little infant, a toddler. So yeah, pretty accurate.
That world is just so charming. It's so wholesome and cute,
We have turned away from your light.
I know Kingdom Hearts doesn't have the best reputation. I know the story is complicated. I know that
Too many Xehanorts.
Too many
guys that are the same fucking final boss. Like, how many times am I gonna have to teach you this lesson, you bastard?
I know all that stuff's there, but when there's a specific moment, a small moment, that from when you were doing the slide thing, or the swing thing, and it wasn't even the swing, it was just the walk to the swing. And it's just you, and it's just Winnie the Pooh right next to you. And you're just walking down the thing, and I'm thinking, that's Winnie the Pooh walking with you. It's so cute, he's just so lovable and wholesome. And I was thinking, even if Kingdom Hearts is the most convoluted, crazy, insane BS on the planet, I can't be cynical about it. Yeah, it just has those little moments where, for once, I can forget about being stubborn about plots and stuff, and be like, Winnie the Pooh is the most adorable thing in the world right now, man. You get what I mean?
I get what you mean, but now that you say that, I remember that it has a horror movie. It was public domain for 5 fucking minutes. God damn it! And you went with the whole fucking horror movie. I mean, I think it'd be I've said this before, but I imagine it being one of those bad horror movies where it's so bad it's kind of funny, rather than anything. But I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I from what I understand, it's just torture porn.
Oh, well, that's not funny. I'm not a fan of torture porn.
And by torture porn, I don't mean
No, we know what that means, Lorenzo. Settle down.
Okay. I
get it. We get it.
I don't want to mention porn, and then all of a sudden Goofy comes through the portal.
What the fuck are you talking about then? Also, shut up. The fucking censors are getting picked up every time you say that word. I mean, we could say fuck, but we can't say certain words. That one being an example.
I'm not afraid of you, Goofy.
I'm not afraid of you, bitch. I'm out. Kiss my fat ass.
Oh, I can't kiss your dick because it's so small?
So you admit you want to kiss the dick. I'm out. I gotta stop using that fucking voice. It's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere.
No, man, keep doing it.
Well, yes, keep doing it. Eventually you'll be good enough. Maybe somebody will confuse me for Goofy one day if you don't suck so much. Jesus Christ. God, what the hell?
This dude's he's been in this video for 1 minute and he's already decided
He's decided to choose violence. I wasn't even fucking around. I was just finding out. But yeah, I'm not. No, I also heard that there's like a Bambi movie that's being turned into a zombie movie or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know that's exactly accurate. That's just what I heard, and I'm like, these guys become public domain for like all of 5 fucking minutes. You go the horror route. I mean, cool, but also, I don't really want to go and see it. Like, I really don't want to go and see it.
Actually, now that I think about it, we do have a live action Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
What? Really?
Hold on. This is important.
Oh, right.
We lost McGee, Epstein, and Villette. We got one of those goddamn big daddies in the bargain, though. It was something awful they had to do to that little girl to get the atom, but we didn't start this thing. Ryan did. I can't wait to tell Atlas. He'll be so pleased.
Well,
geez.
what the fuck, Diane?
Gee.
I mean, it's just a dead kid. No big... Like, that's what I got from that. Like, I mean, you know she's a little guilt... Like, she feels some guilt, like... But still.
I don't really feel that bad for her being stood up on. Or being stood up on a date.
To be honest, honestly, it's mostly... It's fucking Fontaine's doing with this, because he's a guy that brainwashed all these fuckers to think he's a good guy when he's a douchebag. And I can't wait till we kill him.
That should be fun.
No, it should be fun, because despite us playing on the hardest fucking difficulty, his boss fight is... It's as easy as taking a sample of grass from your yard.
Uh-huh. He's the Jafar of Bioshock.
Yeah, he would be. And he's a final boss. You know how irritating that is? He's a final boss. He's a final bitch. Though, granted, I haven't played in a while, so maybe he'd get lucky and kill me. Maybe.
But yeah, we do have a live action Winnie the Pooh movie. It's called Cocaine Bear.
All right.
We saw that recently.
Yeah, it was funny. Me, you, the rest of our friends, we went to see it.
We do have friends.
Outside of each other, yes. Friends that we don't need to strap down and force to, travel with each other.
Isn't
Isn't that right, Lorenzo?
That is true. We had the time. I had the time of my life watching that movie.
I expected it to be a little more violent. Is that fucked up?
A little?
I expected it to be more violence in it. But it was funny.
It was a comedy horror movie.
I wouldn't say horror. I would say more like, I wouldn't say horror. Because I thought it was too fucking funny for it to be a horror movie. I mean, would it be, I don't know, a slasher? Because the bear slashes?
Something almost like...
Get it? The bear slashes with the claw?
I wish we had, another, 40 minutes of video just so we could, talk about that movie.
Well, we'll have time for the next video. But before I forget, we do have to do something before we end this. So coming up is going to be a place where a bathysphere.
Okay.
Remember, we killed Sandra Cohen, right?
Right.
Out of pure cold blood. Well, now we have access to his chest in that one room. Remember how I said that we'll be back here later for it?
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to wherever the fuck he was, and we're gonna take his shit. Because it's not enough that we had to kill him and take a picture of the dead body. No, we have to steal his shit.
I mean, if...
he kind of deserves it, though.
I mean, look, if he's not alive to be like, no, don't take my shit, then it's not his shit anymore.
I guess. It's been relieved of him.
Yeah.
It's fucking Fontaine. Fuck off, Fontaine. We're not paying attention to you.
Yeah, apparently we have a better Fontaine in our house right now.
His name's Frank. He'll be back here some other day. Maybe next day. Well, not really. Next recording. You get what I mean.
Hopefully without the hostage situation. Because it's not fun to starve and then be a hostage.
Look! I said I was sorry. I even gave you a cool arm. What more do you want?
I don't know, like,
Food in your belly?
I don't know, like,
Because, you know, there is, like, a food supply, like, right underneath the third fucking fake rock. That's clearly a fake rock.
maybe if we just, like, you know, it's 6. Let's have 6.
Get away from me. I have standards.
Listen,
I have
listen,
standards.
you are like 40 different people these days, okay? At least one of your personalities has to have sex with me.
Okay, give me a second. I'll ask all of them.
Okay.
Okay, a second pass. They all unanimously say no.
Not even Suthu?
Suthu says you're beneath him.
That bitch!
Let me translate it. It's more like...
Wow.
Which translates to fuck no. And wow, there was barely anything that I could use in here. I mean, the money's nice, but... Like, fuck.
Don't you hate it when you kill someone and then you go to take their stuff and there's
And it's
barely
shit
anything?
items, yes. It's fucking shit. I mean, I didn't just kill him for nothing. God damn. Oh, hey, you need a picture. Are we done? We're done with that. I'm pretty sure we're done with all the camera research.
Yay!
Don't quote me on that, because there's a highly good chance that the answer is no. We're missing something.
I hope we're done with that.
I hope we are too. I probably automatically would take the picture just like on reflex.
Sora, this picture minigame, it makes me feel like a bitter old man.
You are a bitter old man. No wife.
Let me touch Sora. Let me touch.
Get away from me.
Let me touch the tip, Sora.
Get away from me. I like my Goofy better. He's not that creepy.
Are you sure about that?
I do not want to fight. No, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that.
Listen, let's be honest. If my Goofy and your Goofy decide to work together, there's no stopping them.
It'll be complete degeneracy.
We would all be in the harem.
I'd rather die. I'd rather die. I'll do it.
Now, put that down!
Hey!
That's for me when I start starving again.
No. This is for me. It's a sedative. It'll knock me out. And hopefully I awake from this endless nightmare.
One can only hope. But anyway, looks like we're getting a bit close to the end there, folks. Thank you for joining us again in our wonderful adventure. I hope I did well enough to steal the channel again.
Yeah, well, you did great. So, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Actually, that's your line. Sorry.
Bye.